Good morning, everyone. Today I will be scrapbooking the Jack and Jill kit that I made with the photos at hand. And I did print out another picture than what I had, but I think it actually turned out the same. It looks a little, yeah, I think it looks exactly the same. But, and I might scrap, this one I'm scrapping for my daughter's book, but I might scrap one for myself eventually. So I am using Places We Go from Mintay, and I'm also using Blissful Time from Mintay. And I'm using the background paper from Blissful Time. I'm using the brick from Places We'll Go, and some of the 3x4 cards that I've cut embellishments out of, and of course some of the fussy cutting pieces. And then whatever these letters are, I'm not even sure. They might be, I don't know, I don't think they're Hobby Lobby, I forget. But it's like I've had like several of them. And do you think I've left the card in there that tells what they are? No. Okay, so I just decided I was gonna cut just a piece of this brick off, and so I could use it like it's a road. And there's a whole wall of it, and then the other side is like these flying flowers. They look like they're flying through the sky, which would have been cute too. I never thought about that. Let me see, I gotta look at it now. Because that would have been cute. But I like this idea. And so anyway, whoops. Now I just lost my road. Okay. I'm back. Okay, so actually I can just start by putting this here. And I just actually cut it off the top because it was a little darker. And I wanted the darker. And I just cut it by hand, so it might be a little crooked. But I just wanted to go the way of the road. Oh, actually this part here was actually the edge. This part here is what I cut by hand, I guess. So, okay. And then I'm gonna put these kind of like this because I want it to look like they're floating over the event that's going on. This was a fundraiser, and my daughter had gathered people, you know, who would donate things, businesses. I mean, they had everything from, you know, donating a cruise to, one was a scrapbook basket from, what was it from? Stampin' Up. And so, and actually I won that time, but only because she bid more on it. So I'd get it. And so, because I had put in one bit, because it's like a silent auction. No, I think people just keep going up and put in different prices. And she's seen that I wasn't going to get it, so she bid more and she paid the extra, which was so sweet of her. Okay, so I'm going to build a little scene here, but then I'm also going to have the triangle, the visual triangle. And so I'm gonna put, now this has been my dilemma. Do I want this over this? I think so, because this kind of looks like a finished building, even though it kind of ends here. But the top doesn't. It's just that the bottom has, I think it's a building that it's like a row. And so I'm gonna be putting these like this. I think that's about how I want them. So I guess I can just start gluing them down, and then I'll glue these in after. And hopefully I got them up high enough to put in my vehicles. Okay, that should be good there. And then I'm going to put this one over here. I have to concentrate so hard, so that's why I'm not talking. So these, all the houses were from the 3x4 cards. Actually, if this is in front, it would be lower. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Okay, and I just want to make sure that okay, and then I think I can go ahead and place the pictures now. You know, when you have all these layers, you got to kind of have a plan. And this picture was 4x6, but I decided I was going to make it into a 4x4 because there was a bunch of blank space at the top. This was taken with a camera rather than, you know, a phone, so it's like however I had it, that's how it was. I wasn't going to be able to change it in any way. And I've had it cut out for a long time. Okay, I just want to make sure that I have it on here straight. And it's really hard to do that when I can't see the top. I think when I get my desk, I want a chair that kind of overlooks my table or the desk a little. But haven't got to that yet. At first I got to get that room clean. And I'll tell you, it just, it gets me up in the morning because I think, oh, if I get everything done I need to get done, I'm going to work on that room. Okay, and I want this, I think I want it a little higher because I do want it to look like it's going over the event. And I want it about the same distance. Okay, so that worked out well. Now I don't have to worry about my tape running out today because it ran out the other day. I don't know how come, you know, it's like I checked it a couple days before that, and then sure enough when I ran out, it always takes me by surprise. Okay, I think that's pretty good. It looks like it'd go up and over. And it doesn't matter if all this shows. Now I matted the picture and I didn't mat this because I wanted it to look like it was more like part of the scene, even though there's a title on it and all that jazz. Okay, and now I'm going to start my visual triangle. And now I told you when I picked out the papers to go with the photos that you could bid on cakes, and then I think you bid, and then the first person who bid the highest, they got to pick a cake first. And I think Rachel was the one who ended up bidding on a cake, and she went and picked it out. And so this little camera has a little cupcake on it. I thought, okay, that totally reminds me of that day, because you know it's all about telling the story. Now this, the little booklet, the theme was Oh, the Places Will Go by Dr. Seuss. And so it's like this looks really similar to the cover, except for, of course, theirs did not have two children on it. It just had one. And you know, the characters did not look like their characters. And so this one, it does look like their characters because I designed it to look like their characters. And it's Jack and Jill. Okay, and they look very 50s. I have to say. Okay, and so this is my first little cluster. So I've got my scene almost, and then I have a cluster here. I realize it's attached, but that's just how it's working in my layout here. And then I have a map. Now on the back was brick. Oh, and I had a little extra piece of brick. What did I do with that? Was there anything on the other side? Because I was thinking I was just gonna use, oh yeah, there's a car on the other side. I almost used it as it was brick. I thought, oh, I saved a piece of brick. I guess I better turn over things. Okay, so when I look at this, the wider part is towards me and the smaller part is further away. So I'm keeping that in mind when I'm laying it out, because perspective, because I'm working on all this perspective here. So that's what I want to be closer to me, is the wider part. I'm going to put this globe here because, you know, it's about the places that we'll go, or this is considered you'll go. And then I'm gonna put the compass here too. So I think that looks like a good place. So I'm gonna put it there. And it doesn't matter how much tape I put on it because I glue it later. You know that if you've been here for a while. But I do like to tape first, because if I decide at the last minute I don't like something, I can pull it off until you glue it. Then it's a done deal. Okay, so I'm just overlapping because it's collage. I like collage, so I'm an overlapper. And I'm just gonna put that, now I thought there was something on there, but it's just the little highlight. Oh, but I do see a little tape here. And this has a little bit of white space still, and sometimes I will take that off, but in this case I'm not going to, because I don't think it's real noticeable. Okay, and then I have a car, and it's like a little Volkswagen Beetle, except for it looks very vintage. I just love it, because I had 3 Volkswagens in my life. I would have another one if I thought they were practical for my life. Okay, the house is cut off right here, so I'm going to kind of strategically place this so it doesn't look so cut off. Which, it's like this is just the right height for the bottom of this house and for covering that up. And then I have, I think they're called a Vespa or a Vespa, maybe a Vespa, I don't know. It's like a little tiny motor scooter. Okay, so I'm gonna put that over here. So I got 2 different vehicles, and so this one's like just parked here by this. Now it's way bigger than this, so the perspective, I do want to bring it a little closer to me, or to the bottom. And then, where's my other stuff? Okay, I've got a little butterfly here, and you know, I always put my butterflies up on dimensionals. Now, I'm not using really big ones. There were 2 different sizes, but this one is big enough that I can put it up. Okay, where's my tweezers? Oh, there they are. I put them where they go. I love it when I do that. Okay, so I'm putting half of the little dimensional, or what are they called? Foam dimensionals. This one is very small, so I'm not going to put that up on dimensionals, but this one can take it. It still remain hidden. And this is where I have to use glue. And you kind of fold it. That one's going to go up there. This one's going down here. You just kind of give it a little fold where the body is. And then I just put glue right on the back of the body. And take the dimensional covers off, or whatever you want to call those. And make sure that that bottom part is there first, because otherwise you end up with a butterfly that's not, it's not bent up, and the wings, it's just dimensional flat dimensional. Okay. So I'm doing it again with this one. And this one's a little smaller, so I'm not gonna bother putting it up on dimensionals. And sometimes I have them all going, you know, one set going one way, one set going another. And these ones I have them going this way. Like maybe they met and visited for a while and then they left. Okay, now I'm gonna put, oh, the places you'll go. And usually I'm very careful about how I'm placing it. But if you look at the Dr. Seuss, they are like not placed. They look like they were just like randomly thrown on the page. So I'm just gonna do that. Because I could do that, it would be like my forte. I don't want to miss my opportunity just to throw it on here. Okay. But I'm still going to put it so it looks readable. But I'm not going to be so careful as normal, because that way it looks more like Dr. Seuss. Okay, I'm going to kind of start in the middle. Let's see, is it gonna get close enough? I think I'm gonna slide it over just a little bit. Oh, I don't want it tipped over though. I think I'm gonna turn it around because I do want it to look, them to maybe look like they're placed similar to these. Oh, and guess what? I got it way over too close. Okay, so I need to pull it over here more. I was so worried about not having it close enough. It is strange trying to write words upside down. Okay. And I think they look like they're placed well enough. Now, one thing about these foam stickers, they do lift up if you need them to. Okay, now my Yule. And I'm gonna put that about right here. Looks good to me. That needs to be a little bit closer. Okay. Now I said I was going to slap them down here, and so far I only slapped down the first two, I feel like. Okay. I do want them to look like, yeah, that's part of that word, not part of the next word. Okay. And then I'm going to bring this one down here more. I think I'm going to actually tip it a little bit. kind of tipped the O. So, or yeah, the O. And so now I feel like this one needs to be tipped a little bit because it's the end of the sentence or title. And got all my punctuation in. I never know whether when they use a little square as your dot, I never know if they need to be diamond shape or like a square. Okay, I think that's pretty good there. And then my enamel dots, I'm trying to decide, do I want orange or do I want turquoise? Oh, it actually makes it look different to me. Huh. This looks a little more peppy. I think I'm gonna use this one. And I think it's the middle one that kind of looks like the colors. So I think I'm gonna start up in here. Remind me to stay in the middle because sometimes I want to stray to the next part of the card. Okay, this one looks like it's trying to slide off, so I'm going to use that first. Put that one up there. This one down here. And then I have to decide where I'm putting Matt in this group. And maybe I'll just use mediums and small. Use a couple over here. Where do I want it? Maybe here. Okay, I think that's it. So I'm excited to have that scrapbook. That's fun. Okay, so thank you for joining me. And I think I'm gonna work on tomorrow's so I know what I'm doing. So thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful day. I will have close-ups at the end. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.